Da da da. What's up, guys? I am setting up some rat soaking and everything else. I was just going to leave the camera here running for a few minutes if anybody's interested. I've got some people popping fireworks down the street. Turn this out. You can see a little bit more. I'll be right back. Hello. Anybody out there? Just hanging out. About to defrost some rodents. T&J. What's going on, guys? So we already popped off all our fireworks. I actually thought about it afterwards. I probably should have started then. Animal House. What's going on, guys? Happy Independence Day. Hope y'all are having a nice, fun, safe day. Doug's Monsters. What's going on? Thanks for joining us. While y'all are out here watching fireworks down the street, I am about to set these rats to soak and just gonna hang out in the garage and bullshit for a little while. Should be fun. Let's see, anybody else jumping in? I'm gonna go soak these rats. We'll be back in a little bit. A few minutes. My Animal House, are you still in here? If you are, I'm curious. Let's see. I'm curious if you've ever done a live feeding on a live stream. Because I got some live rats and I was kind of thinking about maybe doing that. For educational purposes, of course. Just curious if you had ever tried that, if YouTube wasn't a fan. I know they can be particular. What's going on, folks? I see a few more jumped in. Howdy freaking do. Happy Independence Day, everybody. If you haven't already, drop a thumbs up. Tell YouTube you like it, and maybe it'll show it to other people so they'll come hang out with us. Got some snakes defrosting. I got a few live rats and a few live mice. And Matt feeds his hots. His hots on live. What's a hot? And who's Matt? Matt who? Let's see. BPL has tossed a live in on a live stream. Cool. Yeah, maybe we'll do it. I've never done any live feeding on the channel yet. I thought I might sneak one in just to see what Gaboon vibe. Oh, hot like venomous. I got you. Cool. That's awesome. Gaboons. My rules are I don't keep anything that can kill me. That's number one rule. I like venomous. I got a good friend nearby who's got cobras. That's a lot of fun, but not in my house. Even when I start collecting python species, I probably won't ever keep, like retics or anything like that. It's something that could really mess you up bad. It's just not for me. I would probably keep mangroves and maybe like false water cobras, stuff, mild venom. Gila monsters, maybe, that kind of stuff. Those are cool. Of course, I don't think I can get any of that here in Georgia without a permit and like years of training or whatever, so not for me. But whatever. How's everybody's night going? Hopefully y'all are having fun. Hopefully you've still got all your fingers and toes. That'd be good. Nobody's blown themselves up. A couple years ago, some kid put a mortar tube on his head and tried to launch in a firework and instantly killed himself. Don't try that at home, kids. Love Gilas. Expensive though. Really? I mean, you don't see a lot of people with them, so I would imagine they're expensive. Like cobras are surprisingly cheap. I feel like venomous stuff kind of should be like super expensive to keep, any old Joe Schmo from accumulating it. But, Gila's expensive. How expensive? Like $1,000? I'd spend $1,000 on a Gila. They're pretty dope. Or a beaded. I imagine those are probably in similar price ranges, If you look way over here, you can faintly see there's still we just missed a big show here. We hung out with Bobby and Patty at Pippin Balls Exotics. Go follow them on YouTube. And we went chill at their house, and they grilled and or smoked some meat, and kids played in the pool, blew up a bunch of fireworks. It was fun. Had a good time. But when we were driving in the neighborhood, you could just see piles of boxes of where people had blown up all kinds of stuff this afternoon, all piled up by the street. 1,500 to 2,000 pounds. Wow. That's pricey. I guess it's almost like an Aldabra. I really want an Aldabra, or 2 Aldabras. I'd love to have a pair. And those are like $3,500, I think, for like 6-inch babies. So we'll have those eventually. Just got to get to the new property. Once the house is done, we went to the house this morning. It's almost finished. Can't freaking wait. So hopefully sometime early August, we'll be moving into the new house, moving all of our snakes, start building our new facility. A lot of exciting stuff happening in the near future. Cannot wait. Man, right before I started this stream, there was all kinds of stuff going on over here. Everyone's running out of fireworks. So maybe we'll head inside. Go garage. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Get y'all set up over here. Bow, 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 bow. Some fresh air. Boom, boom, boom. Anybody interested in seeing a live feeding? Let me close the garage. Pew, pew, pew. Let's give this a whirl. Actually, now that I'm on my, hang on, fighting with this thing here. Now that I'm on my phone, instead of the laptop to live stream, I can turn the camera around, which is awesome. So I can get better shots of stuff like this. So we can turn this around. All mine eat live, and I supervise each one. I've only got like 5 or 6 eat live because they're stubborn for whatever reason. This is one of my very, or no, this is True. Sorry, reading the cage from above. She is a het clown female, and for whatever reason, she'll only eat mice, and she'll only eat live. So let's see how this goes. You can see these guys are ready to eat. Ooh. They hungry. Come on, girl. Nothing. I'll leave her for a little bit. She doesn't seem super interested. We've got some more active eaters over here. We could probably get something going a bit quicker. Come on, girl. They make me wait for it. Normally they don't screw around. Whatever. Just a matter of time. I normally don't hover over them quite like this when I'm feeding, so might be disturbing them a bit. Yeah, maybe so. Who knows? I was watching, who was it? Kevin McCurley at Nerd was saying the other day that shooting a video of a snake and the snake was freaking out and like just biting at the air. And he was saying that he believed that they could see infrared light that the cameras emit that we can't see. So that when you were recording, and even though the camera's not putting off light that we can see that could bother them, that it could be just the light from the sensors. So yeah, as soon as I move, she's backing up. Very odd. Before really, let's see. What else we got that we can feed? Excuse me. Blossom. Ooh, she looks like she's hungry. God dang it. All right, let's. Oh, I just heard another one eat. He's behind you. Turn around. Turn around. And if anyone does not keep their snakes on cocoa, and that color of the water is disturbing to you for any reason, that is what happens when little bits of cocoa fall into the water bowl. Here we go. Whoa. Chaw. Ball pythons eat rodents in the wild. This is Mother Nature in my garage. Very cool. Ball pythons can, and other constrictors and pythons in general, can open up their mouth and eat prey items significantly larger than their head, which is very, very cool. Boom, right on the nose. Yep. They will strike their prey. They're non-venomous, which I'm sure the people in here right now are aware of that. Be curious. They constrict their prey items and suffocate them. And then once they can feel that the prey item is dead, they will wiggle around and find its nose and then eat it head first, all in one big bite. Very, very cool. Now, not sure. I have a few that gets them right on the head, like, oh, looks like she's already got it dead and trying to find the nose. Come on now, go eat your food. Actually, I can go ahead and set up the camera stand. Maybe we can watch that and I can just kind of keep an eye on the chat and We can talk while she eats her food. Bear with me while I adjust my rig. Come on now. Enough of that. Let's go. All right. I think this is plugged in. Should be good. Let's see. Oh boy. So if you notice, if you're not familiar with feeding ball pythons, her neck right behind her head is much skinnier than her body down at the bottom of the shot. And they can fit, see how the bottom lip widens out. Like the jaw is basically two halves, like a left side and a right side. And they're able to widen out the end of the jaw so that it's nice and open, and that the skin on the lower jaw will stretch, and then the neck will stretch, and they can put that all in one big piece. Very, very cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Get her a nice big belly full of food. Unfortunately, she is a mouser, which is the slang term for a ball python that takes on rats. Is better. It's a lot more protein. They get bigger. Rats get bigger, so that, and a lot of times certain ball pythons can be very picky eaters, and they'll either refuse food or tend to have preferences in food that make it difficult. So like she only wants to eat mice, and not frozen mice or anything like that. They have to be live. She's very particular. In the live stream, how y'all doing tonight? Happy Independence Day, everybody. Thanks for coming hang out with us. We got a couple live feedings to do, and we're gonna do some frozen thawed feeding and just kind of hang out and whatever. If anybody wants to talk about the pack rack, I got some exciting news about that. Daytona, I have a table set up and we have our room booked, and we will be at Arlington in Texas in September. So again, very exciting. First time traveling for a big show. Daytona is not, we've been to Daytona before, but these are my first two shows that I'll ever be to with a table. Questions, what have you. And hopefully, so like we've got some new, the frames have changed a little bit. I've gotten it now to where We may not have to weld anything, which means the whole thing might be shipped to you in a box and you assemble it yourself with just a hammer and just kind of hammer the connectors and the tubes together and then put the frame up, and lightweight aluminum, still have interchangeable tubs, all of that. And then the way we're looking to produce the first round, it's possible that we may be in production very quickly. Part of that is that we might modify the hangers to utilize existing tubs on the market so that you could potentially use tubs you already own. That would be for like VE tubs and possibly for Freedom Breeder and ARS tubs, those sort of setups. Those don't exactly work with my system, but some of them do enough that I could maybe make that work. Good TIG welding talent is expensive. Yeah, the problem with welding isn't so much the price. I can afford to pay a welder to work for me, but finding anyone willing to help get this, project going has been very difficult. Most welding shops at this point are so busy with their normal customers that they're not really interested in adding new customers. And then I'm expecting a very large demand for these, and that's going to cause, that means I need to be ready. Oh, let's adjust this a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at how much they can stretch their necks. Isn't that awesome? And they will curl their body like a caterpillar, almost like they're wriggling muscles, like rippling down their body. And they use that to swallow stuff down. And actually, humans have something very similar when they're swallowing. Your muscles contract in a rhythm that slowly washes things down your throat. You just can't quite see it as obvious as very exposed muscle. That's basically it for her. She's got a belly full of food now. She's wandering around, making sure everything's safe. Probably wondering why her tub is open. But, all right. Let's turn the camera around. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Welcome to the party. We'll do another live feed in a few minutes, but I need to get the frozen warmed up. Make sure we're getting those ready, and we can chat about the frames and stuff. So the frames now, they were going to be made out of two parts. I mentioned that in a video. I didn't really mention that it was two parts, but I talked about the flat section of the hanger when I was talking with B&H Reptiles in a recent video. And I have found a new material that just came out like early last year, right before COVID hit. And this new material is fantastic. It can do a lot of really cool stuff to the point that I could potentially make my hangers, which, as you can see, is a three-dimensional object, but I could potentially make the hangers out of one flat piece of sheet material, and it folds up like origami almost into what I need, and it's very rigid, very strong, gonna last a long time, hypoallergenic or hypo whatever, it like blocks bacteria and stuff, and super lightweight, very strong. Very excited. We just found out about this new material on Friday, and obviously it's a holiday weekend. Hopefully y'all are having a good one. But on Tuesday, I will be back in touch with that guy, and I'm gonna have designs ready to send to him and I'm going to have him go ahead and start manufacturing a few of these hangers for us to fold up and make sure it's going to do what we want. And if it does, that could put us in production way sooner than I was expecting. So now there's still a few other hurdles to jump through, but once we have that sorted, I can pretty much tell you what the retail cost is going to be. So I may know retail on these new racks as of Tuesday. Once we know the retail, I can tell you what the pre-order costs are going to be, and you guys can start. What's going on, Miker? That's awesome. Hope it works. Yeah, I hope it works too. I'm very excited. This new material, I've got a little piece of it like this that they mailed me a sample of. And you take it on a corner and just try to bend it as hard as you can, and that stuff is strong. It's really strong. And they've sent me pictures of some stuff they've made out of it already, some parts that were folded up, and they have like a little pin holder, right? Just like a little arch piece that with some holes in it that you could put a pin in. And the guy said he could probably stand on it and it wouldn't fold. And I believe it, because this stuff that I have here to mess with is very strong. So it's exciting. Not only is it going to be faster to produce, so I can get to production quicker, it's also potentially going to be cheaper, which means that the retail cost will be lower, which is very exciting. Be able to make them quicker, not just getting to production quicker, but once we're in production, I can make them more rapidly, which will help keep the cost down and help me keep up with demand. And what else? It's lighter weight. I can prototype new designs more quickly. So instead of having to, like with the old design, I was gonna have to make custom molds to extrude plastic and then to combine it with other pieces just to prototype. It's not polymer, but it's PVC foam core with a rigid PVC co-extruded layer on either side. So it's not laminated. It's all made in one out of one production. And it's 2 layers of rigid PVC with a PVC foam core, and it's extremely strong and lightweight, very lightweight, like probably half the weight of the other hangers, which is great. Because that means it's 50 pounds less plastic I have to ship to you to your house. So pretty good stuff. But there's some potential issues with it, like the way the parts fold up and stuff. It has to be very consistent, and if for some reason it's not consistent, then this isn't going to work for me, because I need these parts to be uniform in order for them to fit properly in the frame, and in order for me to trust them to fit tubs well or whatever. Let me refresh these thawing rats, and then y'all keep asking questions. I'll be right back. Oh. Uh-oh. My sink doesn't have a drain. I just keep a bucket under it, and I forgot my bucket. I'll be right back. I think it's in the yard. God dang it. Y'all hear the fireworks popping? So, Cold Blooded Cafe is who I use. If anyone's interested in trying out frozen thawed or buying frozen thawed already, definitely give those guys a try. I found them through watching Brian Barczyk like a year ago or 2 years ago, and they're great. Man, they're great. I feel like their prices are better. I've never really sat down and done apples to apples on pricing, but it definitely feels cheaper. And their shipping, if you order at the right day, it's all described in their website. But if you order on the right day, they ship it pretty quickly. The pricing of the shipping is fair, and the rats are super clean, really well packaged, all that crap. Love it. Love those guys. We were talking about my hangers. So the coolest thing, the thing I'm most excited about with this new hanger material is that if I decide to use another company's tubs, so let's say I decide I want to use VE tubs, which is what I use for my prototype, or I want to use Freedom Breeder tubs, or if any of you reach out and say, hey, I have this kind of tub, I love this tub for whatever reason, I could probably modify the hanger and maybe tweak the frame a little bit. I wouldn't do any that I have to tweak the frame. I really don't want to change the shelf height of the frame or the depth of the frame. So any tubs that will fit within that range, if let's say you find a tub that you like that's a little shorter than the tubs I plan to make, and it's maybe a little shorter lengthwise, well, I can make a hanger that will fit in that same space, hang the tub a little lower so that the belly still rests on the heat panel, and I don't have to change anything on the frame, and I can just ship you a bunch of hangers in my frame, and you can do whatever you want with it. So that's a possibility. We may go that route. I was really planning and hoping to produce my own tubs, which I can do, but at this point, to make them myself is costing more than I can buy them from somebody else. Now, ultimately, I have to produce my own tubs because in order to get that fully modular use out of the frames, like I'm telling people, and like I'm selling them for, I'm selling, hey, this is going to be versatile. You could fit anything in it, any size animal in one single frame. And the only way to really do that is to have more tubs that are the same height, same length, just with different widths. Most companies don't, or I'm not aware of any other companies that make that, aside from maybe 1 or 2 or 3 sizes that have that. But as far as 4 or 5 or 6, like an entire line of products or tub sizes that fit the same depth and the same length, it's just not out there. So that's really, that's not my only selling point, but that is important to me. I want to offer that to people. Now, what's really, the thing that I've patented and the thing that makes, or patent pending, and the thing that makes this special is the hanger. And the hanger is extremely versatile and can be modified to fit with almost any setup. But as far as the ones I'm selling and the ones that I'm going to put out there, that modular use of a bunch of tub sizes in a single frame system, that's the goal. So, short term, I can get to production a lot quicker, and I can potentially offer better pricing if I just sell it with other people's tubs, because those tubs are, readily available. I can throw these frames together pretty easily now that I've eliminated most of the welding, and heat panels and casters and all that stuff is off the shelf stuff. I can throw this together very quickly. Actually, I was planning on building one hatchling rack for my friend and talked to him tonight, and he's in need of an adult size rack also. So figured while I'm at it, I'm gonna probably throw together, it's gonna basically be a 50-40. That was ARS 5040, I think is what it is. 50 series tubs, 40 of them, 4 per shelf, 10 shelves high. I'm gonna make my aluminum frame out of my connectors and my casters, and I'm gonna make hangers that fit my frame to hold his tubs, and we'll see how that goes. That might end, it's not quite a Bravo size hanger or tub, so it's probably not something I'm actually gonna sell, but it's just like a proof of concept to say like, hey, I can make something that holds basically anything. And you know, stress test those hangers and stress test that new material, make sure everything's nice and solid. If anybody's new in here, I wasn't here earlier, happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are having a safe and fun night. And hopefully, I think some of y'all, somebody was talking in pounds earlier, so I think some of y'all may be from overseas or another country. But you know what? Happy 4th of July to you too. May not be your Independence Day, but it can be your 4th of July still, so, you know, whatever. Let's feed another live off. What you guys think? Who else is hungry? Oh, they're all hungry. They don't all get live, though. Not everybody. Yeah, buddy. This is so much easier. Having it on my phone, I can flip the camera around and do all kinds of stuff. That makes it so much simpler. Yep. And it's easier to start it up. I don't have to plan ahead or any of that crap. Welcome to the party, everybody. Today, we picked up boxes to start packing up this house. So we got some big things about to start happening. Our new home, the future home of pack pythons and pack racks, is nearly finished. We are very excited. We went and visited this morning, and it is looking awesome. It is looking so good. They've got the countertops in, and the backsplash is going in. The tile in the bathrooms is finished. Looks freaking awesome. Let me sign up on your website. Woo! Awesome. If any of you guys are interested, packracks.com. Again, I did not put it in the description, so there's no way for me to save, highlight. Nope. See, I don't have any options. But anyways, if you go Google, or not Google it, but go to just your favorite browser, type in packracks.com. You can go check out the information on the new frame systems. When you put in your email address, you're not going to get an email saying that we signed you up. There will be a pop-up at the bottom saying that you've been added to the server. That means you're in our list. Developer is working on some kinks in the system. We are having some issues with certain people not being able to sign in. He's still trying to fine-tune that. And hopefully he gets that fixed quickly, because we got a lot of other stuff for him to be working on. He needs to start building the other parts of the website so that you guys can go do pre-orders. Like I mentioned for B&H's video that they did, B&H Reptiles, we are going to offer several different size frames, and I'm going to offer a lot of different tub options also. So that is all going to be different things, different price points, from a small system all the way up to a full-size big system, bigger than any other manufacturer offers for hatchlings. So very cool setup. All right, next one I want to feed is up here. Let me see how to do this. I'm going to move this up nice and close. And this is where we're going. Miss Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle. She is a savage. Is it fair to say that it will be more than $10 but less than $100,000? All right, are we here? Everybody present? All right, we're live feeding. If anybody's not fond of that, go ahead and head out now. Oop, spooked her. Ooh, that was quick. No messing around. Myrtle is a big, and she hasn't bred. Last time she bred, I think she laid 8 or 9 eggs for Lance at First Class Pythons. So she's a good layer. She's had a year off, and she's packed on all that weight. She's probably knocking on 3,000 grams. And she will be ready later this year. If anyone has any questions about ball pythons and what they eat and how they eat, feel free to ask away. This is not for entertainment necessarily, just trying to, show how this works. And this is part of keeping ball pythons. They like to eat. Not all of them eat live. Most of mine I feed frozen thawed. I do think it's, slightly more humane, I guess, if there is a way to humanely feed something to something else. But for me, it's really just convenient to have frozen, just piled up in the fridge, and I don't have to worry about feeding it or any of that crap. But I do have a few picky eaters that will only take live, and they are, let's see, I think I probably have 5 or 6, something like that really like their live food. So I'm gonna leave the camera here. If anybody has any questions about the rack or whatever, we can chat about that. And then once she's done eating this, we'll get back to hanging out and chatting. I wish mine would eat frozen thawed. So frozen thawed can be tricky. One trick that I use often when I'm trying to get something on frozen thawed is I will leave them, like if you normally feed once a week, go an extra few days without feeding. Typically, once they get used to that rhythm of feeding on a specific day of the week or whatever, or at certain frequencies, you let them get to that day and you'll start noticing them getting hungry and active. If you leave them for a few more days, that hunger will start to kind of really drive them for food, and that can help significantly. Also, like, dancing the food around a bit using tongs, making sure that the rodents are very hot, getting the temperature as hot as you can without it obviously being so hot that it damages the rat or hurts the snake. But I mean, at one point we had close to 70 something animals. At this point we got like 55, I think, or something like that. And out of the 55, at least 45 of them, probably close, right at 50, are on frozen thawed. And it's convenient. It's not cheaper. It's definitely not cheap. Well, it's cheaper than buying from like a pet store. If you're like gonna go to your local pet store to pick up rodents, they're gonna charge you $5-6 a rat or whatever. It's kind of outrageous. Frozen thawed's way cheaper than that. But if you know a rat breeder and they have fair prices, the guy I get my rats from has really good pricing, and it's cheaper than the frozen thawed I buy. but even though it's cheaper, it's just, I still prefer my frozen thawed. I don't have to get out the house and go track them down and hope that they're, his colony is producing well so he can spare some to feed my animals. I plan to breed my own as well. I'm not sure how large that's going to get. It might be, I might actually produce enough rodents to sell myself. Pack rats is potentially a future business I might start. We'll see. I already own the website, so that might be a thing in the future. So much work. I do it myself as well. Yeah, it's a lot of work. The breeding is a job. Once we get to the new place and I build this facility, I am very quickly, just with the pack racks, I'm going to need workers. I'm going to have people there helping me package and produce and ship the frames, the rack systems. And then also I plan on growing my ball python collection. I plan on starting to breed rodents, and I will very quickly have some helpers on the property helping me manage my collection. Really looking forward to that. And paying somebody to do the dirty work so I can do the fun stuff. I think anybody would enjoy that. Try to get a little different angle there. She made pretty quick work of that. See if I can pull her out a little bit and get y'all a little better view. Very cool. All right. Oh, need to get her some water again. Come on, girl. Open up. Alrighty. So, Frozen Thought is almost ready. See if we got anybody else we can feed live to. Let's come down here. Mr. Titan. This is a male albino that I produced last year. Let's see who's smaller, him and Peanut. All right, let's check him out. Oh, you're looking at. God damn it. Ah. Trying to do too many things at once. It's not working. There we go. Ooh, boy, look at that pretty thing. Look at that handsome man there. Beautiful albino ball python. He was produced from a female het albino and a male Candino, Inchy Candino male. Now, I can't tell for the life of me, Inchy in albino or Candino. I find it very confusing for some reason. The inverted colors or whatever. I know I can tell that some of them are Inchy for sure. I have a female Inchy albino. I've got a male Candino. These all came from that same male. Dude, turn around. Turn around. Come on, over here. Come on. And this is the part of feeding live that sucks. Listening to them scream. It's not fun. Sorry about that, everybody. Unfortunately, some snakes prefer to eat their food live, and this is part of keeping ball pythons. I've got pet rats. I love my rats. I mean, I don't take joy in any of this, but it's part of keeping reptiles. Some of them like to eat other things. Just is what it is. So with the PackRack site, we will be sending out an announcement sometime probably middle of this week with the production or with the proposed retail and the pre-order costs. That is coming up very soon. And once we get that out, hopefully in the next week or two, we will have a finished working model to show off. And we can start demoing that on YouTube. I mentioned earlier that we have Arlington, Texas in September is booked with a table. So we will be at that expo in ARBC. And we also have a table booked for Daytona. And we will be down there with a pack rack, hopefully 2 pack racks to display. and show you guys some variety of what we'll have available. And goodness, sometimes this just takes way too long. Not fun, but it is, unfortunately, it is necessary. But all right, I'm gonna leave the camera here for a few minutes, let him finish this up, and I'm gonna go cycle the frozen thaw, get it warm again, and we're probably just gonna switch to a wide camera and start hanging out and chatting, and y'all can ask questions or whatever. We can show off the frame if y'all want to see the rack or whatever y'all want to do. I thought you were moved for a second. Yep. that is a perfect shot of that lower jaw expanding and wrapping around their prey. So what they have, see if I can point it out without disturbing them. They have two halves of their jaw. So you got one right here, and then one that goes from back here down towards the front. And then when they're at rest, their mouth is closed, those two ends come together in the middle, and all of this skin relaxes and folds up under their chin. And then when they need to eat, that the two sides of that jaw expand out, which allows the animal to take in something as big as its stomach, as big as its thickest part, through its skinniest part of its body. Well, I guess their tail would be the skinniest part, but from the neck to the tail, this throat is the bottleneck, and it is quite fascinating to watch how they can fit something so large in such a small space. And how they negotiate eating something that large with no hands. Very impressive. Hey. Like that. Ooh, boy. All right, looks like he's making pretty good work of that. And look at that, you can actually see the color of the rodent through his stretched skin. Him being albino, you can actually see that how that white and black pattern continues through the side of his neck there. That pigment on a normal ball python actually hides how thin their skin is in that area. It's pretty wild. All right. I think that's basically it for the live feeding. I got a few more. One that goes upstairs and another one down here at the bottom. We're gonna call it. I'm actually gonna try to pull some of that cocoa out of his mouth. Looks like he got a good bit in there. Let's see. I don't think he's gonna let me get real close, so let's see if I can grab some of that. Not that it really matters that much. He's a nice healthy size. A little bit of cocoa in his mouth isn't gonna hurt him. He can digest that no problem. But what he will do is sit here for an hour and stress over trying to get it out of his mouth, because he can feel that and it'll bother him. And I would just grab him and get it off of him, but I don't want to shake him up while he just finished eating. So anyways, that's good enough. We'll leave him be. Alrighty, folks. Welcome myself back to the party. Let's see, how do I turn this around? Oh, looky there, pack rack. Isn't that cool? What's up, guys? Hey, howdy, hey. I wonder if my wife is in here watching. She normally is. Mrs. Pac-Man, are you there? Mrs. Pac-Pythons? Emily, where are you? She's probably right up there, 6 feet above my head, relaxing and watching me play with snakes in the garage. All right, let's do some feeding. Now we're just gonna run through some frozen thawed, hang out if anybody's got any questions or whatever. Tell me about your day. Did y'all have anything cool happen today? Y'all got to blow up some stuff, hopefully. Where are my pyrotechnics at? Where y'all at? My, pyromaniacs. That's what I meant to say. Where are my pyromaniacs at? Who had some fun tonight, blowing stuff up? Oh, let's see. Oh. So one thing I'm very careful about, and a benefit of frozen thawed, as far as like transferring food from one snake to the other or whatever, like if you offer food to a snake, you don't want to transmit disease from one to the other. I am very careful to dangle these in a way that the snake has no opportunity to interact with it. It doesn't touch the enclosure. And that way, if it decides not to take the food, I can offer it to another animal in its breeding group without risking transmitting anything from one animal to the next. These soapy. Oh, that's from the tongs. It's like, where's it? I felt like a film of soap on my fingers, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I thought it was on the rats. It's these tongs. I just washed them. So, anyways. Did I miss anything in the chat? I've been buying Rodent Pro and try CBC this week. Highly recommended. Highly, highly recommended. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. You got it, boss. Here we go. We're gonna put I don't have any options, but we can put cute filters. Here we go. Hey, we got bubbles. Welcome to the bubble party. Woo. Ooh, hold on, here we go. Dance party. I had feeding day today as well. Fed 51 mice. Hatchlings and some small subadults are done tomorrow. Adults and subadults. Tomorrow, adults and subadults. Hold on, let me get back over there. Is this light tripping you guys out? Where did that light? Oh, okay, there it is. But had too many mice, laugh out loud, we feed live mostly. I'm thinking you're the most careful guy in the business right now when it comes to biosecurity. I try my damnedest. Unfortunately, it is not simple. It is not simple, it's not easy, and it can be stressful. At times it will keep me from really enjoying my animals, where I can like really interact with them and have a good time with them like I used to, which sucks because I freaking love these snakes and they're so cool and they're so much fun to be around. But if he's one of my shy feeders, I'm just gonna leave that rat with him. This is another shy feeder. I'll just throw a rat in with him. Oh, he actually took it. Wasn't on camera. Y'all have to wait for some of these in the middle. All right, I'm just gonna leave her with a small. She's been kind of weird about feeding lately. Let's get something. Let's give her something decent size. All right. Still got 5 hanging out with us. That's awesome. Oh, right in the water. Slam dunk in the water bowl. She picked it, she grabbed the rat, picked it up, wrapped it, and then slammed it right in her water bowl, head first. This is another one of my very finicky. How are your racks coming along? I came late to the live party. Sorry if you have already answered this question. No, absolutely. A lot of really cool stuff happened this week. We have a new material that we're looking to make the hangers out of, which is the part that the tub slides into. And that is gonna give us a lot of options where I can prototype new hangers very quickly. Like I can do it basically the same day. I can design a new hanger, send it to my guy, and he can manufacture it the same day. Like just like within minutes, I could be manufacturing something that quickly. And I can go pick them up the next day or that same day or whatever. It's really close. And what that means is that if I decide to make my racks fit other manufacturers' tubs, that can happen very quickly. Or that can happen easily, which makes it more likely that I will bother with, because before, the way I was gonna make it, I would have to make like new molds to manufacture new parts to try to prototype these new tubs, and if it doesn't work for some reason, I gotta make new molds and new parts. This is all like computer stuff, so I can click a button on my computer, make the thing, email it to the guy. He can cut it out of a piece of plastic and I can have it that day. And it doesn't cost anything to prototype. So we are going to, she is very skittish. I'm gonna leave that for her. So we're gonna give that, oh, shit. I already fed her. This is Roxy. She likes her food. She is creeping out waiting for it. But, so now what that means is producing these hangers is gonna take no time at all. Because the hangers are more versatile, the way I'm manufacturing these hangers means I can modify them in a way that I won't have to weld the frames, which means the frames can be made quicker. She is like, you can't tell from this angle, but she is like a foot out of that cage. Coming at me. She hungry. Cool, girl. Cool it. Yeah, that'll do. Come on, get it. Awesome. So being able to make them to where the frames aren't welded means that I can manufacture them more easily. And I've found manufacturers for all the parts I need so that I can basically buy parts right off the shelf. I'm gonna buy them in bulk, get them on wholesale so I can get a good deal, so I can sell it to you for a good price. But none of the frame parts are gonna have to be custom made, at least not that I can tell right now. It looks like it's gonna work perfectly. So the frame can be manufactured quickly with parts that are readily available. The hangers can be manufactured readily out of parts that are available. And the tubs, I still have the option to make my own, and I will make my own tubs because I need to do what I want to do with these frames. But in the meantime, while we're working on that, I can start selling these frames to fit any other manufacturer's tubs. Freedom Breeder, ARS, VE, or Vision, sorry. Any of those. So, lots of options there. So somebody could potentially say, hey, whatever tub is my favorite tub, and I could make you a frame for that tub. And I'm working on two right now, two different frames, a hatchling frame and an adult female frame. The hatchling is going to be based on the VE option. The VE, what are these called? These are VE 108-8. You can read that. So this is what my hatchling rack is going to be based off of for the prototype. But we could potentially produce those. And then for the adult frame, we're going to use the 50 series tubs from ARS, and we're going to build a pack rack 5040, which is going to be 40 50 series tubs from ARS made with my hangers fitting into my aluminum frames, my heat panels, all that stuff. And with the new way we're looking at manufacturing it, I can probably build the frames faster than we can get the tubs. Like faster than I can get the tubs from the other manufacturers. Pretty cool. But that is still in the works. It is possible that this new material for the hangers may have some drawbacks to it that we don't foresee at this point. But that's why we want to make it now as a prototype, so that if we have issues with it, we figure that out before we go into full-blown production. Oh, she did not eat her rat. Oh boy. We gave that to her earlier in the live stream. All right, so I am looking for an adult rack. I prefer FB70s. Those are huge. That's a big tub, just so you know. Would that be an option down the road, or is it not sturdy enough because the tub plus snake plus water and stuff? No, I don't foresee, just so you know, I don't foresee any sturdiness issues with these frames. We will hit that hurdle as we go, but and if anything, it would just restrict the width of the frame. So instead of fitting 3 or 4 wide, maybe we have to do 2 or 3 wide. But what's up, Philip? Just got home. Inkflicted, what is up? Happy 4th of July, everybody. Glad y'all are hanging out with me. 6-year-old, 4th, man, I would love to get some females that big. Jeez, 4,000 grams. That is awesome. That is so cool. I'm trying to think, like, I want to say, I'm trying to think of how big the biggest female I've ever had was. Can't really remember. But, I mean, probably 3,000 grams, you know, is probably the biggest I've ever owned. But they get huge. It is so cool. I can't wait. I mean, keep them around long enough, they'll get that big eventually. Just fit Flint. This is Luna. Hello, Luna. So what I was saying about the FB70s is that if for some reason the weight is a problem, which we don't foresee, we will. She's about to go in the shed. She may not take that very dark coloration. We'll just manufacture them more narrow. So it would be maybe 2 or 3 tubs wide, normal depth. Biggest is 4,600. Supposed to be a Volta. Her head is huge. We shall see. That is freaking cool. That is cool. Wonder what the biggest ball python like recorded was. I'd be very curious to see what that was. All right, let's see what this girl wants. Hello, Gremlin. Are you hungry? Ooh. Hi. Here. Wow. Right on the nose. Easy peasy. But back to the FB70, it is possible that I can produce a frame to hold just as many as Freedom Breeder can with my hangers holding their tubs. And I could sell that to you for less than they can sell a metal frame. And mine's aluminum. And mine would have interchangeable tub sizes. Not that I know of any other tub that really fits in that same depth and height, but we can do some research and figure that out. One thing about other manufacturers and their tubs is that a lot of them didn't bother with keeping them modular. So where it would be the same depth and the same height. I'm very interested and excited for you to go live. Yeah, it's coming soon. And if this new material works out, it could come a lot sooner than I was expecting. So like I was hoping to have frames in production by the end of the year, November-ish. But if we eliminate all of the molds and all of the shipping and stuff coming from China and all that stuff, we could potentially have this stuff in production, by August, like next month. I don't think we're gonna be there. Probably September to really work out all the kinks, and I really want to spend time. I want to build this new system. I want to spend time stress testing it, fine tuning it, making sure everything is sorted before I start selling hundreds of these systems, and then find out that they're going to fail down the road or whatever. So the quicker we rush into this, the more likely we are to have issues. And I want to do it the right way. I don't want to rush. I want to give you guys a good product and a good deal. And I want it to be something that you can grow with, that'll last, and grow with your collection. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, boy. She's excited to see me. So we got Lulu, Ash, Poppy, Fluffy, Myrtle, Binky. Let's see. I'll get a big one. Oh yeah. You get a big one. Wow. Good girl. For some reason, I keep saying quality takes time. Take your time, perfect it, and then blow us all away. That is the plan. For sure, that is happening. Yeah, it's a big opportunity. I could definitely, I could do this very well and smash everybody's expectations, or I could rush into it or make a wrong decision or jump too quickly, and I could really disappoint a lot of people. So it's spending a lot of late nights doing design work and spend my days with my wheels turning, trying to figure out the best way to manufacture these things. And the design is almost changing on a daily basis, which means we're not there yet. So until we really get this thing dialed in, we're just gonna keep beating on it and make sure we smash it. That's the plan. All right, she looks hungry. Ooh, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Whack. That's a big girl. Oh, let go of that clip. All right. Wham. I bet y'all got a good shot of that. Those are fun ones when they come out like that. Those are my favorite. I feel like I'm Steve Irwin with the half a chicken hanging over a crocodile. Yeah, buddy. Whoa, whoa, here's another one. She has not been super into food, so her coming out like that is freaking awesome. Let's see. She's gonna get a good size small, and let's see if I can get her. Take it, get it, girl. Yes, fantastic. So now we can talk about something else. Da Vinci Boa. Growth, breeding, prime conditioning formula. Some kind of a vitamin supplement, something or other. I gave this to her, actually, right here, 5/23. So we're in 7 now. So it's been about a month and a half, month and a week, 5 weeks, something like that. And she's been months and months and months off food. Like I can't remember last time she ate. And she's been losing weight now, and she's getting to the point where her, like, as she's coiling or falling over, so it's very apparent that she needed some help. And perfectly healthy, no other signs of issues, just not wanting to eat. She's been losing some weight. Gave her this. I've tried to feed her every week since. I tried live, I tried frozen, tried this and that. She hasn't taken yet, but that looked promising. She has struck one other time. I have a note here that she killed a live weaned. I don't have a date on that, but I think that was not too long after this. Probably the first week or so. But there you go. Maybe this stuff works. I don't know. She's the only one that I had to use this on. I bought this just for her. But now I have it on hand if I need it. So there you go. Maybe it's worth a try. Myrtle ate live. Let's see what Willow's doing. She does not look super interested, but we'll give her a try. All right. Can't even see up there, but this one's a really good eater. And I bet if I just dangle something up there, she'll probably take it right off the tongue. Let's see. Not super interested. We'll leave her with something. This girl's probably hungry. So what I'm really looking forward to, if any of y'all have been following the channel for a while, you probably noticed that aside from like live streams, I really haven't been putting out a lot of my normal videos. My hey, what's up guys, welcome to the snake pit, blah blah blah. But I've just been super busy. So I'm still trying to do something, get on the internet. I've been jumping on other people's live streams and trying to interact with the community some, but not really paying a whole lot of attention to my own channel. Just been focusing on this rack system. And once I get closer to having it really nailed down, I'll still be busy with the manufacturing process and ordering and all that. But hopefully I'll have a little bit more brain space. I really want to put out a new video helping people get over their fear of snakes. Have an idea of how to do it. And I think it would be really cool. And I think it would be something that people in the community could share with their family and friends who are afraid of snakes. That would probably help them a lot in getting over their fear. I actually used to be afraid of snakes for good reason. I kind of had a traumatic experience when I was like 13, 14, something like that. Got rushed to the hospital, got bit by a snake and nobody knew what it was and that whole thing. Anyways, my story about how I got over it and just in general some ideas I have about people's fear about snakes in general, I think would help a lot of people. So looking forward to putting that out. I need to finish up another series that I started about genetics and ball python genes and how they work. And that will be coming out soon. Looking forward to that. Phil Nye, the Python guy. That's happening. If anyone follows me on Instagram, you'll probably saw some of those pictures back in the day of me dressed up as Bill Nye. That'll be fun when I get around to it. Hopefully pretty soon when I start hiring people to help run my operation, maybe I'll find somebody that's good with cameras and good with editing. Maybe I can get them to do that for me. And then I can put out more content. We'll see. I would enjoy that for sure. I've got lots of good ideas for videos. I'm a dad of 2 boys and married and have a job where I work 80 hours a week, you know. I'm a little bit on the busy side, so making a YouTube video can be a bit tricky. Now doing a live stream while I'm doing stuff that I got to do anyways is easy, but it also makes this take, 3 times longer. I've been on this live stream almost 2 hours. I could have definitely had this done in an hour if I hadn't done this, and I'm like halfway done right now. So we'll see. That's my pet rats fighting, if you can hear them. Hello. Do you want these? Hello. Hello. Now this one's a good eater. This is a pastel genetic stripe female, and she's a looker. Very bright colors, nice stripe down her back, nice dorsal. Here we go. Come here. Ooh. Come on, get inside. Get in. Get in. So how many ball pythons do y'all have? Let's see who's got the most. Who's the winner? I only see somebody else just joined. You're in this too. Who's got the most ball pythons? Let's have a competition. I think I have 50 something. I'll count mine. You guys post and tell me what you have. See, I got 21 plus 24 more, so that's 45. 46 for 7, 8 for 9, 52, 55, plus 2 inside. So I'm 57 ball pythons. How many do y'all have? Let's see it. Live chat. 60. You got me by 4. Dang, so close. Faith, you're going to do a great job and make a great product. I'm definitely getting a rack from you. I've been excited since the beginning. Heck yeah. We are also very excited. I cannot wait. I'm so stoked. I cannot wait to fill my new snake room with my new racks. That is awesome. And that's what's really cool is that, like, I'm about to build a new snake facility, and I really wanted to get rid of these old racks and move to my new stuff. And the way I'm looking at manufacturing them now, some of the changes we've made in the past week, I could have these in production and ready before I even get into my new house. I could have my frames ready here, start transitioning my snakes over, and bring them to the new facility in their new setup, which is awesome. Freaky deaky awesome, dude. This is Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. I'm currently feeding Bubbles. Come on, Bubbles. Eat it. Eat it. I'm touching your tail. I'm touching your tail. Oh, you're angry. You're so angry. Oh, what are you going to do? Just gonna run away. I love how people are afraid of snakes. Like, my snakes won't even eat their own food. Why do you think they would want to eat you? What if they eat their kids? They don't even eat rats. What are you talking about? I can't convince them to eat, food to nourish their bodies. Why would I be concerned about them? Oop. Come on, girl. There you go. I knew you could do it. Top off our water. I get my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah, shit. This is Peaches. Hey. You want that? Come on. Alright, she's gonna get left for that. Waiting to see if she's gonna eat another mouse. She already had 2 mice. Female albino that I produced last year. Very pretty girl. Here. Wham. Pretty, pretty. Female Mojave. Wham. Starting to get out of frame here. I'll give y'all a little different angle here so we can keep y'all in the party. Da-da-da. Did anybody beat Inkflicted? Who else is in here? Nope, Inkflicted. I guess you get the trophy. Da-da-da-da. Female Inchy albino, produced here last year. Wham. Yellow belly female. Very excited about her food. Wow. Chow time. Normal female. Anyone else find that normal females eat way more consistently than any other snake? I have some other snakes that do eat very consistently, but all of my normals eat basically every single thing. I'm trying to think if I have any normals that ever skip a meal. Oh, he already ate. He had live. There we go. Candino. Beautiful snake here. Produced last year. My male. Kind of a goofy stripe there. Male Mojave. Here. Here, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. touch the tongs to the tub to feed them, so I'm gonna put these aside and wash them. But we got 6 more, so we just grab the next one and move along. Good to have lots of equipment readily available. All right, we got king and whack. That was easy. And we got my Hypo Mojave male. Perfect. All right, we're moving up. I guess we'll come back. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Let's go. Follow me. Follow me, and we'll be in a world of snakes. All right. She's not into it. So, got 6 people in here. Anyone in here gonna be at Arlington NARBC, or is anyone going to be at Daytona? I'll take it, laugh out loud. I have 2 that are the same way. One laid a clutch, and the 2 days later was back on food. Yep. Oh, your normals. I guess, yeah, I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Anyone gonna be at NARBC in Arlington in September, or is anyone going to be in Daytona in August? I have tables at both of those shows, and I cannot wait. It is gonna be awesome. Okay, where's my live stuff at? We got. Here we go. Get him hooked up with a live. Get in there. All right. Yeah, those girls can take a nice size. Perfecto. Dude, whoa. That's one thing about feeding with rodents while they're wet, is that sometimes the not hot water, but warm water would get onto their heat pits, and it totally freaks them out. And it's like blinding them basically. Or it's the equivalent of like bright lights in your eyes, like trying to defend yourself. Like if you were in a fight and all of a sudden you just got bombarded with light, you wouldn't know what to do. So they're just, that heat pit is being, sensory overloaded by the warm water, and it trips them out. Ugh. Here you go. Wow. The other bad thing is that you get rat juice splashed in your face over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I love it. That's why I wait to take a bath after I'm done feeding. When I got home today, we partied with my buddies and had some drinks, and had some good dinner. Come on, eat it. Eat it. You bit it, now you gotta eat it. Let's go. There we go. What's up, dude? He's kind of tiny. Little mouse. Not quite big enough. Yeah, you're almost big enough. You're big enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I get two that I didn't defrost enough for. I'll hook them up. There we go. Perfect. So these two in the middle here, I'll need to thaw out for tomorrow and feed, but I don't really feel like fooling with that. I actually can take you guys with me and we can go feed. I got one more live feeding to do upstairs, and I got a medium rat to feed downstairs. So y'all just hang on, and we're gonna go for a little adventure. I'm gonna take y'all into the Pack Palace. It's not anything like that, man. Real modest, simple family home. Let's see. All right, we need some lights. Voila. And she is ready to snack. So this is one of our pets. This is Ducky. She is a pastel spot nose. Big female. She's up to about 1,000 grams. We raised her up from a hatchling. And she hopefully will be ready to breed in another 6 months to a year. We'll see. But this is a very nice setup for if you have to keep something in a tank. Obviously tanks aren't ideal, but this is a really good setup. It would be the only thing that would make this better is if I had more. If you notice, the sides are covered in this black vinyl. If I would have black vinyl across the back, just where it's enclosed on 3 sides, that would be ideal. But this is for my kids, and I want them to be able to see her. They like her. They like playing with her. And so for that purpose, we just left it open. But it doesn't bother her. She still eats very well. Temperature and humidity is all perfect in there. We've got a mix of cocoa husk chunk and sphagnum moss to help with humidity, because with this open top setup, even with it fully covered, it still loses a lot of humidity. This is just some plastic stuff that you can get at Home Depot. It's very thin and flexible. It's made for you would line a shower with it or something like that. Anyways, this is a heating element, ceramic heating element, and she has it at close to 90 on this end, around 80 over here. Height on each side, big bowl in the middle. That's the key. Nice high wattage bulb or ceramic heating element, and big water dish. Really helps these systems function well. But anyways, let's feed her, and then we're gonna go feed live to this male upstairs. I really can't let this drip too much in the house, so you may have to shuffle things around here. go. Do, 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 do. Sometimes she's super aggressive, sometimes not so much. And I'll just leave it over here and she'll come find it in a little bit. Again, ball pythons, they're kind of timid creatures. So if something, unless they're like really fired up and super aggressive, they're typically going to be like kind of timid as they approach their meal, and they're going to retreat if they feel threatened or if something moves at them too quickly or whatever. So that's part of the reason why ball pythons can be so difficult to feed. Also the fact that they're very easily stressed if they're put in an unusual environment or situation isn't perfect. But anyways, so got the rat right here. Uh-oh, almost dropped it. And we're gonna go feed this to Mr. Mac, and then we're gonna call it a night. And I'm gonna go take a shower. Hello. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, dear God.
Sorry. Hey, I'm on live. Don't say anything weird. People are listening. All right, turn the camera around. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So he is a albino banana male, and she is right on top of his house. And he sucks.
He's a jerk.
My wife calls him a jerk. He sucks at killing his prey. I want to go to Arlington, but also Tinley. Have to decide which one to go to, or just do both if I can manage it. I would go to Tinley. I just don't think I'm going to be ready for it yet. I feel like, isn't Tinley coming up like really soon? Like, I think it's this month, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a shot of this. The reflection on this glass is making it difficult. Oh man, he just put his head in the lion's den. October. Oh, if it's in October, I'll be there. If Tinley is in October, I'll see you guys in Tinley. Or at Tinley. I got to see if I can get a table. But I think I saw something about Tinley being fully booked. So that may not work. I don't know. I saw it was advertised on NARBC's website, but if you look close in the center of the camera, you can see his nose. He keeps peeking out and then going back and hide. Not the rat, I'm talking about the snake. He's a low white albino, or no, low white banana pied. And I've got some pretty cool plans for him. Gonna make some double heads and possibly triple heads. Very cool. So this guy normally takes all night to eat his food. He normally doesn't come out. I don't once or twice. He's a slow. He's a shy one. Let me lock him up. Then we can go back into the garage and clean up. That thing. What is going on here? There we go. All right. So the reason my wife calls him a butthead is because now that I've left him in there with her while she's eating or while she's sleeping, he's gonna slowly murder that rat, and that she's got to sit there and listen to it scream for 5 minutes because apparently he's not any good at strangling his prey. But he won't eat frozen thawed. So that's my only choice, unfortunately. All right, let's pick up the mess and wrap it up. If any of you guys haven't been on the Pack Rack website lately, we're having some difficulties with people signing up for the email updates. If you're having any difficulty with that, it's not working for you, you can fill in your information, take a screenshot of it, and then message me with that info on Instagram, and I'll make sure you get added to the system. And we should have an email update going out to everybody this week, hopefully with the retail cost listed for the racks that we're going to produce. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you signed up. Things are moving. Getting started is moving a little slower because I keep coming up with better way to manufacture the frames and the hangers, which is good, but it's also delaying my starting point. So I've ordered a bunch of the parts to manufacture the frame, my first working frame, but I haven't ordered everything because I want to make sure the design's fully sorted before I get everything in. Like I almost pulled the trigger on some parts, like almost spent like $1,000 on parts that 2 hours later, I realized I didn't need it all because I have a whole better way to manufacture the hangers now. So we're going totally different route. And that $1,000 is now basically, that expense is basically completely gone from this this build or the prototype build, which is good because now I can spend that money to build more frames to bring to shows and stress test and use and all that. I'm tired. And I've been drinking and that's got me more tired. But I'm gonna dump out this water real quick. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Tinley, October 9th and 10th. Very cool. I'll probably be there. Or I'll try to be there, at least. We'll see. I don't know if they have any tables, though. I'm pretty sure I saw on NARBC's website that the tables were booked or they were sold out for Tinley. So, we'll see. If I can't bring and set up a table and set up a booth for my racks, I don't know if I can justify the flight and the hotel and all that stuff, but if I can get a spot, maybe I'll do it. We'll see. The NARBC people are pretty cool, so I might be able to work with them on something, figure something out. I'm not selling live animals, so that kind of puts me in a slightly different category than most of the booths out there. So we'll see. But anyways, let me dump this water. If you haven't already, be sure to smash the like and like subscribe or whatever. Because you love me, don't you? I know you do. I don't know why you guys love me. I'm nobody special. I'm just a guy out here playing with his pets. Not too much about it. Oh, goodness. Of course, I overfilled this tub, which is going to make this interesting. Ugh. Alrighty, dudes and dudettes. Me and Boots need to go take a bath and get some water. I'm thirsty. Hey, Boots. Hi. How are you? How are you doing? She's such a sweet girl. Huh. Aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, what's that? What is that? Is that your picture? Whoa, look at that. But I'm going to go take a shower and give me some rest. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Y'all take it easy. If it ain't easy, don't take it. Peace.